simply put, it was a great growth opportunity. I felt like I performed extremely well, and you know, mom and dad are proud of their boy. Although they might get scared when they see how skinny I am, but you know, I'll gain that back. I'm sure they'll help me out with that. You look at the game and there's, you know, a survival aspect and a social aspect. And, you know, I considered myself obviously a courageous young warrior that can take on living in any situation, in any environment. I was like, coming into it, I felt like the hardest part is going to be interacting with people and dealing with all the drama and social nonsense that the game creates. And the hardest part for me was not having food, because as a younger male, my metabolism is through the roof and I eat constantly, and coming out here and not having food just transformed my mindset, and was probably the most difficult thing for me to overcome, was, you know, not having my basic needs met. I'm definitely proud of how far I got and the accomplishments that I made within the game. I mean, going into it, everyone wishes, or everyone thinks, I'm going to win the $1 million. I'm going to make it to the end. And each day the dynamics shift and your odds increase, decrease as the days pass. And so, you know, realistically, you know, only one person wins the game. And for everyone else, either they'll consider themselves a failure and lost, or they'll hopefully take something else out of it. But, you know, to make it to the Final Four is such a remarkable thing for me. I mean, to be able to be one of the people that's walking past everyone's torch at the end of the season, you know, parting ways with everyone, was something I was hoping to be in, but really was just surreal to actually be there. So I definitely feel proud of what I've been able to do at, you know, on a social level in the game as well as competitive level. And, you know, I'm definitely leaving the game with my head held high. I was on the chopping block for the last 4 tribal councils and came off with some immunity wins that kept me hanging in there by a thread. And I knew when Jeff, you know, kept saying, Brett, that, you know, obviously my time was done. And, you know, when he snuffed my poor little torch and I had to walk off, I definitely felt proud of myself to get to where I was. I didn't have any spite toward those that remained, and, you know, was really just happy to see how far I went. And, you know, truly as an individual that came into the game hoping to win, I do feel like in some respects I was a winner. Even though I wasn't, you know, the quote-unquote winner of the game. I felt like, you know, I played a great game, and, you know, nothing for me to be ashamed of. So many immunity challenges after the merge that I sucked horribly on. I mean, I was like the guy that got 0 on the baseball immunity challenge, 0 on the bowling challenge, and was like the last kid picked in gym class. And then out of nowhere, I was able to pull off 3 wins in a row. So that was probably the biggest highlight for me, and, you know, a testament to my will and, I guess, character and competitiveness that I could, you know, come from a place where I really just sucked miserably and won over and over again, which was pretty cool to be able to tell myself, like, you know, you can do these things and you can win. You just got to put your mind to it and, you know, forget about the past, because the past, you know, is what it is. You can't do anything about it, and you just got to focus on the moment and the forward progression from there. I definitely respect the game that Natalie and Mick played. I mean, they didn't have to be the devilish character, quote unquote, the person that was going around stirring up trouble, making big decisions and doing all that. So they played the game with honesty, integrity, which I have mad respect for, and Russell kind of did the dirty work. And so, you know, I still have respect for them because they were able to get to where they needed to go, which is standing in the final 3, and they still have, you know, a certain level of respect intact. So that's definitely something that I have to give them credit for, to still hold on to their integrity and to still stand in the finals. And, you know, that's fortunate, I guess, that they've had someone like Russell that has been more willing to make these moves to kind of shift the dynamics as the game has progressed.